Hello everyone, welcome to our first Parks in Action interview series. So I'm really excited to talk to you about Blue Bear Special Meals Cafe, which is a French cafe nestled in part of Princeton, New Jersey, 301 North Harrison Street to be precise. So if you haven't checked it out before, please do so. This little French cafe is a 501c3 organization whose mission is to employ individuals with both intellectual and developmental disabilities. Now, the last time I heard about Blue Bears, it was through an attorney colleague of mine who happened to mention, yes, this was the mission, but their croissants are the best that she's ever had. And I contacted Eric and Celine, and they were gracious enough to allow me to interview them today. And I will tell you that my experience is exactly how the website describes it. It's not just a place where there's good food, but it's an experience crafted with heart and purpose. Celine, Eric, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come and interview you today and welcoming me into your cafe.
Thank you so much for coming and visiting us.
Can you give us a little bit of a background, what they can't get on your website? A little bit of a background about you. How about you go first?
So my background, we're French. We are in the US for almost 10 years now. And I have kind of bachelor in French, in hospitality, catering, hotel and restaurant management. And I worked in different hotel and restaurant around Paris.
For me, it's really different because I have absolutely no experience in the cafe or hotel or restaurant. But since I'm young, I wanted to become a baker. And my parents said, no, you have to go to the school, you have to study, and because they didn't believe a lot on this part. And when the pandemic's coming, I decided I was locked out at home like everybody, and I decided to restart from the beginning. So the baker lesson, so I go to YouTube. It's the best training session in the world, and
you had all the time.
Exactly, and I worked like this. And after the COVID, when Celine told us that this restaurant, because she worked in this restaurant since 2019, I think we will come back on that, and she said that we can probably have more implication, we can say that in English, I guess, more implication on this. This is what we decided to do. Yeah.
Fantastic. And actually, you touched upon a subject that I think is important to sort of highlight, and that is you're not the original founders of this cafe. No. So, Celine, do you want to tell us about?
Yes.
You got introduced.
So this cafe opened in 2019, 1 year before COVID, in May. It was founded by a family who had 6 children, and they decided the 6 ones were almost all adults. They decided to adopt 4 Down syndrome young adults.
So they had 6 children of their own.
Which is 10.
And 4 more. And when the other one turned 21, they decided they need to do something for him because the school was over, and they wanted him to continue to improve and discover new things, try new things. And they, with a couple of friends, they opened this space.
And then which year did you get introduced to this, and how?
When we arrived, before we left France, I stopped a little bit everything with a restaurant because of the family, of the kids, and I tried. I love decoration also, so I passed a certification in upholstery.
Upholstery. I did not know that you could get a certification in upholstery.
Old-fashioned one.
Oh, wow.
And I was contacted to work on the chair of the restaurant.
By the original founder.
By the original founder. And that's my first connection with them.
That's amazing.
They just asked me at this moment, do you know someone able to help us with the cafe? And I said, I think I could do it. So I came back to my first job.
Wow, that's amazing. And you had no idea. You came in here to do the upholstery of the chairs, And voila, you are at
Voila,
the
it's in French, yeah. It's in French, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the struggles and the obstacles you've been facing. I mean, I see a 4.9 out of 5 star review on your website. Now, obviously, you've got a reputation today that you enjoy, but I'm sure there must have been struggles and obstacles that you had to learn from. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So we become the new manager in January 2024 when Antoine and Go decided to go back in France with all their kids. And they decided also to open the same concept in France. So they are in south of France and they decided to open the same concept. So when we started with Celine in January 2024, to be honest with you, we underestimate a little bit the job that we will have to do, in fact, yeah. Because we believe that it was much more stable, economically speaking, but it was not the case at all. So the main challenge that we had at the beginning was to first clean everything, to reopen the kitchen, and what we did also, and this is probably the reason we are 4.9 on the Google review, is we decided also to come back from scratch. Everything that we are producing is from scratch. We decided to scrap everything that was stored in the frozen, in the freezer, sorry, and we restart from here. So the good thing is the food is good. We know that because when we have a new customer coming, the new customer come back after. So we know that the food is good. But we have also, and this is the main mission that we have to do, we have also to manage the intellectual and developmental disability people that we have here. And this part, we have absolutely no experience, both of us.
You were prepared to take on the challenge, but you had no idea how to go about it.
Exactly, exactly.
On my part, I already worked with them.
That's true.
Some of them,
Yeah.
not exactly the same ones we have now, but yes. So I knew a little bit, but really now we are the reference for them, and they're asking more to us.
Yeah. So the main challenge that we have is also our main mission, and this is the side effect of our mission. We decided to continue to pay all our employees on the same hourly rate, and this one is the most important for us because here our IDD people, I said that we call us our kids. They are the same salary, which is the minimum wage that we have in the New Jersey, compared to the national average wage, which is $2.79 an hour.
That's right.
Okay,
New
so
Jersey is higher than the national.
exactly. So this is why, and it's easy to understand that this kind of people, they are not able to work at the same pace than the other. So when you pay them 15.49 for a job that normally you are able to do in 10 minutes and they spend 1 hour, in fact, the ratio is not the same. So that's the main concern that we had and that we still have because to find an economical balance, of course, we have the customer, we have what we are able to sell, and it's very, very good. But we know that only with that we are not at the financial balance. So we have to find some grants, some companies, some donors. And the first 6 months it was terrible because it was only on us. And to be honest, we didn't request a lot of help because we were sure that we were able to manage that by ourselves. And since September 2024, we have a great and wonderful team with us. It is a lot of volunteers. More of them are French. Some of them are Belgium, so which is the Franco team. And we are working a lot with them. They are doing an amazing job with us. And we were almost ready to close in September 2024 because we were tired. The economical balance was not reached. And we said,
and you're just coming out of COVID and
exactly, and we say okay, we cannot do more. It's not possible because we spend 90 hours a week to work on that and so on. And we say, okay, it's not possible. Finally, with them, with the group of people that are helping us, we have been able to, first of all, communicate well on our social media. We have been able to prepare some file and submit some file for the funding and something like that. And Celine worked with them first.
Customer
Loyalty. And, yeah.
I know that when I initially asked this question, Eric, you had given me one answer, but just preparing for this interview today, I heard something else as a need. So I'm going to ask you if there are 2 things that you think this cafe would greatly need, where you would need more of. First, can you tell me, and then Celine, I'm going to come back to you.
in order to answer to your question, I would like to respond first because the most important thing for me, and I know that Celine is not comfortable with this kind of request because she's very focusing on some other part, but as a chairman, the most important things that we need is money. In fact, we need to reach our financial balance because if we are unable to reach that, first of all, we won't be able to pay them as we want, but also we need also to invest because to give you a very simple example, the cafe that we have here, we don't have any dishwasher. So we make
you do everything by hand.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be a very good help in order to work quickly. We don't have any specific cooking machine that can be more efficient also for our kids because it would be very good to have that on this point here. So the most important again is the money in order to invest and to be sure that the place stay at the right level and in order to be sure that we have no concern about the future because sometimes we are not sleeping well, to be honest with you, and if we are not able to reach the financial balance, at one moment we will be forced to be stopped, and it's not on us because we have our life. It's okay with that, but it's on all the kids that we have here, and without us, they have no job for the moment. So it's very complicated. And we have another things that now it's on your face.
Probably, I would really like to have one people able to train these IDDs, coach them during their shift. So most of the time we have 2 or 3 of the little bears working per day, and I would like to have someone able to take care of them, install their workstation each day, and cover all the shift from Tuesday to Saturday, from something like 10:30 to 2:30 or 3.
And that's not a huge ask in the sense of time commitment,
Yes.
but I'm sure what you were saying, your challenges.
Because for us, that would be the way to be focused on our task. I say our task. Mine, the person who works at the register, the cooker, the line cook, the chef, to be focused on their task and not spend about 20% of their time explaining and
re-explaining
every day. So
yes, what they have to do today and how to white the ham, the cheese, the salmon, all these things.
Right. So you're looking, if I could summarize what you were asking, is you're looking for someone who can be a job coach for the various shifts during.
So all the shift and all the kids we have. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Rather than having, because we had talked about this previously, Celine, where you said families actually will get a job coach, but then it's for each kid. And so now
Yes.
you have 6 people being job coaches for each and every one of them.
Yes.
It's going to be too much
In the kitchen.
and
too dangerous.
And too dangerous as well. So I think what you're looking for is if there was a need that you wanted to fill.
Yes,
that would
someone who could switch from one to each other during all their shift.
Right. So Eric, I'm going to ask you this question. What are you most proud of about this organization? I'll get to Celine after, but I want to find out what you're most proud of.
the first thing that I'm very proud that we are still here after 1 year and a half. We are still here, so that's the most important things. The second thing is I am very proud that we still have our kids with us, so that's very, very good to have them with us. And the third
Have they been since the inception?
we have almost all of them, but we have hired one more since 1 year and a half. And again, our target is to have more and more, hire more and more guys like this, because we really would like to help them. So that's my second thing. And the third one is I'm very proud about what we have been able to create around this mission. Every morning when I'm here, I'm not here every day. I'm here very on the Saturday because I have another job. But on the Saturday, the most things that I feel is the love that the kids that they give me. You know, I'm not a hug man, but with them you have no choice because there is no filter on their emotion. And when I go back to my bed on the Saturday night, I have the feeling that I did my day well. You know what I mean? So that's the most important and probably the best thing that I'm proud of. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you had mentioned this, and we didn't quite capture it initially. but you said you actually only work here not all 7 days of the week, or
No. I have another job. Again, I'm just the chairman of this non-profit organization, but I'm also the baker. So as a chairman, I'm in charge with Celine to do a lot of administrative tasks. But I'm a baker after my job, every day after my job.
so you have a full-time job.
Exactly. And from 5:30 to 8:30, sometimes 9, we come back here. I'm preparing chocolate croissant, brioche, and so on for the day after that Celine and the team is able to bake on their side. Yeah. Yeah.
So Celine, how about you? What are you most proud of this organization?
I think the most important and what I'm the most proud is to see our 6 disabilities employees blooming and being happy to be there and improving. You met Faye just before. Faye now makes the quiche by herself. The quiche, the quality of the quiche are now awesome. Megan, who comes twice a week, she's here for almost 6 years now. She was loving the kitchen and nothing else, just peeling veggies, and now she's able to interact with the customers.
Oh, wow.
And when she served the tray, she explained, here is your quiche, and she talks with them.
Wow.
That's something, that's such a pleasure.
To see how they've grown from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maya is now baking a little bit with us, the coconut macaron, mini chocolate fondants. That's our job. Nick is able now to portion and to write and to stay focused on his task. And he knows there's something he knows perfectly to do, and sometimes he takes the initiative to make it, like restock the beverage fridge, for example. Frankie was very, very shy. Now can, when it's quiet, go to the customer with a tray.
Wow.
So all of them are in the process to improve every day.
That's amazing. I'm going to end with my last question, which I typically end all of my interviews with. We, as you know, are an estate planning firm, and we're helping clients leave legacies behind. So during these interview series, we always end with a legacy question. And so I'm going to ask you both, what is the legacy you want to leave behind?
I hope what we do now will serve the community to be more involved with this kind of people we work with, and to increase this kind of work with people with disabilities. More inclusion, breaking the barriers we have around these topics.
How about you, Eric? What do you think?
I think that what we are doing here is very about the awareness of what people with disability can do. Okay, they are different. They are not less than us. This is completely different. They have some skills that we don't have, and we have some skills that they don't have. So that's the main difference we have, and that's it. So for me, the legacy that I would like to have and to leave is after that is to convince the people that inclusion is the best thing to have with people that they are different, because we could be different but we can live together. That's the most important things that I would like to prove to everybody here. Yeah.
So there you have it, folks. I don't know about you, but I am blessed and so inspired. Every bone in my body has been inspired by what Eric and Celine are doing, how they're impacting people around them, and how they're accomplishing their goals. And so I wanted to just end by saying that Eric had mentioned something to me previously. When he comes here on a Saturday, he's working here a full day, and he says he's so busy that when he gets back home at night, he then just sleeps blissfully. And so for all of you who are suffering from insomnia and restless nights, just come out here, volunteer, give Eric and Celine a hand. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And for those of you who are looking for good causes to support, I know Blueberry's Special Needs Cafe would really appreciate your donations. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for our upcoming interviews in the course of a couple of months, where we may have a few more surprises for you. Until then, take care, everyone.